So last night, as usual, I turned into a CW and saw last night's episode of Green Arrow, titled Blind Spot. I'm just gonna run through some of the highlights that I liked. It wasn't too much I didn't like. I mean, I love the show. I love it since the beginning, and it just gets better every week. The main highlight is, of course, Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke. Guy's a badass, man. I mean, every time this guy's on screen, he's one of those guys I just want to see more of. But I know they're gonna keep prolonging it until the finale or whatever. This guy, I can't wait to see him fight Oliver in future episodes. I'm sure it's coming. Another highlight I liked, Roy Harper with powers. That was interesting dynamic. And right now we're setting up for Oliver training him, so hey, works out. Red Arrow is coming, people. He's coming. I knew from the moment he was introduced that he was going to eventually become Red Arrow, and it's coming. Laura Lance was actually useful for once. I mean, she teamed up with Arrow to go into this office place to get some kind of file, and it's a pretty cool scene until the end where it was revealed that the file was empty or something. Like, wow, all that for an empty file? Really? I thought it was interesting that she's the only one that knows the truth about that brother Blood dude, or whatever his name is. The fact that Brother Blood is scared of Slade Wilson just makes me smirk. I'm like, okay, so at least now I know this Blood guy is just a minor villain. To get Slade to, set up for Slade Wilson later on, when he becomes the main villain. It's like, Wilson is like Oliver's Lex Luthor. I saw that, a little bit of that in last week's episode, I think, or the one before the finale or whatever. He was talking about destroying everything Oliver loves and stuff. Yeah. Like Brother Blood or whatever reminds me of the Scarecrow. And he also has some Mike Rosenbaum, Lex Luthor things about him in his presence, especially when he went to visit his mom. Then he came out like, booga booga. I can't lie, I was laughing in that part. I'm like, goes out of the room, comes back 2 minutes later, like, booga booga. That was funny. I don't know how many else of you were laughing, but I was. In my head, at least. That was funny. I was like, booga booga. No one heard that. Another thing that was kind of a shocker. Laura lost her job. Apparently her boss found out about her little drug addiction. And all her crazy party nights. And gave her the boot. Surprised he didn't try to get some ass first. But, I don't know, maybe that's just me. Okay, yeah. If you want to give you a job, you got a couple of things you can do for me, baby. And one of my favorite parts of the episode was when Roy, his old friend, Sin City, whatever you want to call her, chick looks like a dude, the short hair and all that. She's down with tits and stuff. I'm like, she sure is a girl. Somehow he convinces her. Well, he realizes that he has his powers now, so I'm like, oh, maybe I should just use them for something, I don't even think they were Green Arrow anymore. So they go looking for trouble and stuff. She finds out about this dude that, abuses women, the strippers or whatever. So she dresses up as bait and stuff, and Roy ambushes the guy at some kind of parking garage and beats the crap out of him. I'm like, alright, wow. That was interesting. The way he lost control and stuff. I love the character of Roy Harper. I think he's awesome. I loved him from the moment he came on screen. I knew who he was. I'm like, all I need is the red hair, and he's set. As long as they don't make him speedy or something. That would be ridiculous. Red often more. So those are the highlights for me. Great show. If you haven't started watching it, you really need to catch up. First season's on Netflix. And I'll be here next week reviewing the next episode.